Well, in the final part of his essay, actually it's the concluding part of Brooks' essay, he refers to William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. So in this particular part, Clint Brooks argues that, contains that several meanings are impossible to convey at the right depth and emotion in any language, but that of paradox. Means he contends that it is the language of paradox which makes the language of poetry perfect. It is because of paradox, the language of paradox, the poet can convey deeper meaning. Means several meanings are impossible to convey without the language of paradox. So he explained this point by giving an example from William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Like we should be happy to know that today it's his birthday, birth anniversary, William Shakespeare's birth anniversary. And this day is celebrated across the globe internationally as English Day, in commemoration of Shakespeare's birth anniversary. So it is International English Day, as we have Hindi Day, etc. So today it is English Day and William Shakespeare's birthday. Okay, 23rd April. He was born on 23rd April, 1563. You might be knowing that. Okay. Well, so let's pay homage to the great poet of the world, William Shakespeare, through this particular platform. We are lucky to be studying English literature, and we are lucky to have such a rich language, the knowledge of such a rich language. I'm not saying that by expressing love towards English, we do not reject our languages. Saying good to something does not mean that we are calling other languages bad. Okay, when I say somebody is good, it does not mean that I'm bad. So all are good. So let's continue with our point now. A similar kind of paradox is used in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. When Juliet says, "Four saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss." Now, this is an example paradox itself. Here, Romeo is trying to actually kiss her, but she does not allow him, and she rather prefers handshake. She says, and then she explains how handshake is a kind of kiss itself. It is rather holy. Means when the palm meets to a palm, another palm, it is a kind of palmer's kiss. Means the saint's kiss itself. She thinks that she is a saint, and by shaking hand with Juliet, Romeo is becoming, doing a very holy activity. So she does not want him to kiss her. Therefore, she is preferring that way. So in this manner, through this line, paradox is used because once again here, physical touch and holy touch are being compared. Okay, they are metaphorically used. So to conclude, we may say that the language of paradox, through this particular essay, Brooks shows that paradox was so essential to poetic meaning. So paradox is almost identical to poetry. You cannot imagine poetry without paradox. Poetry has its effect on readers because of the language of paradox. And one cannot imagine poetry without paradox. So this is how he concludes his essay by underline the importance, the centrality of paradox. As I mentioned earlier, through this essay, he's trying to underline the centrality of paradox in the language of poetry. Okay, we shall conclude now. Thank you so much. Wait a minute.